One of the oldest tropes in anime and manga is that of the harem. I mean, for whatever reason, most of us men dream of having one, even if we have yet to understand the law of diminishing returns. But no matter how many years go by, the harem trope seems to survive. Of course, it takes breaks from time to time and is sometimes really good, but let's be real, most of the time is pretty shit. However, just like some shitty isekais, some of my favorite guilty pleasures in anime have all been harem-based because they are always nice to see. You may be asking, Professor, why are we talking about harems in the cold open? It's because a lot of people are talking about 100 Kanajo, and it got me thinking about my favorite harem series of all time. So, my dear students, it's now time for your next lesson. Today, we are going to be talking about the best harem you forgot about. So grab your fire trucks, as class is back in session. Keima Katsuragi is a high school student, better known online as the God of Conquest. The man who can obtain the heart of any dating sim girl. In his opinion, real life is an awful game. Three-dimensional girls are annoying and false representations of how a real girl should be. One afternoon, while taking a break from cleaning duty, he stumbles across a strange message that goads him into conquering a girl. On a whim, he accepts, and his consent summons a girl named Elsie, a citizen of hell tasked with capturing runaway spirits that have festered in girls' hearts. Keima is shocked and tries to escape, but Elsie tells him that failure to fulfill this newly formed contract will result in the termination of his life. Tasked with capturing the runaway spirits, Keima uses his expertise and knowledge of dating sims to obtain the hearts of girls in real life. Now, if you read the syllabus for this video, you will know this is a harem anime and manga. But it's not your standard one like Monster Musume or 100 Kanajo. This is an anime that does things very differently, and I enjoy that. One thing I hate about most harem anime is you get to a point where the characters from the first few chapters are forgotten or rarely shown, and I am not a huge fan of that. That's one of the main reasons I had to drop 100 Kanajo, was because I already knew how it was going to end. Now, one thing the world God only knows does differently is that they make a lore reason for why the girls from past conquests do not show up outside of a cameo from time to time. The idea is that once the runaway spirit is captured, the girl has her memories erased. Now, this is something I respect and get behind, as it's not like the author just forgot about them or only focuses on new characters. The true reason is that they forgot, and only the MC can remember the conquest. And I believe this is a very interesting concept that we've never seen done before. And I'll mention this now, that once we reach the anime equivalent of season 3, or in the manga what we know as the goddess arc, memory plays a very interesting role. Now, I'm not going to talk about it here today, as the arc was rushed in the anime, but the manga is fantastic and I love it. So I do highly recommend watching season 1, season 2, read the manga all the way through, then watch season 3. This is a show that has a decent plot and is very character driven to a fantastic degree, and I love every moment of it. While I was reading the manga again for this video, I found myself staying up way too late night after night just because I did not want to put the Kindle down. Not only do I love the art of this series, the humor is also fantastic, and I really like how the author handles certain tropes. I also enjoy that our protagonist is not some dense as fuck airhead cardboard cutout style. Yes, he does start as an annoying human at the beginning, only caring about playing gal games, but after the Yui arc, he starts changing a lot. This is most seen in the Goddess arc, where he doesn't play games at all while focused on the main mission. We see throughout the story that even his classmates and other people are seeing a change in him. Even he understands that at this point, if he does nothing, something bad will happen to one of the people he cares about. So he decides to take full action, and I think this is very important for his character development. Now, something I really enjoy about this manga is that the characters all feel realistic and relatable. They're not some one trope, dense type of character. Every character has a full range of emotion as they are all fighting through these said problems that the runaway spirit caused. Now, that is something I really enjoy. The Yui arc is by far my favorite, and I really wish it had got properly animated. It was sad to know that it's manga only at the moment, but who knows if we ever get a remake. I look forward to that. But that is something I enjoy about this manga, is that the stories they tell don't feel forced. They feel like actual high school students, and they feel like they're dealing with actual high school student issues. I can't say that about most harem manga or most manga in general, and that's why I think I really like this series. And with that, I think we can wrap up the video here, as I don't have much else to talk about without going into major spoilers. If you want me to talk more about this series, let me know down in the hate lab below, and if you enjoyed this video, why not help me out with my enrollment stats so the dean doesn't fire me by hitting that nice black button next to my name. And before I go, one thing I will mention is that most of you are English students, so you will have a hard time getting your hands on this series, as it was never given a legal English release. But there is a great fan translation from the folks over at Red Hawk Scans. I'm sure you know how to find that on your own. It should be pretty easy. If you can't, are you really an anime fan? Until next time, guys, I'm Professor Plague. Class dismissed.